Hello, my name is Gareth Bennett and I work for the Learning Network in Wales. Myself and a couple of colleagues for the last few years now have been part of the planning and the shaping group for Regenerate, the Sports and Physicality section. And what we want to do is kind of broaden our understanding of what you guys need that to look like, what you'd like it to look like, and what it could look like to help you engage with sports, physicality, your body, the physical world around us better, to connect with your faith and your understanding of spirituality. So what we've got here is just a short video, just a short little exercise video based around boxercise that would be really cool if you can have a go at. It's quite a high intensity one, 15 minutes hard work, and afterwards we're going to have a Facebook chat just asking some questions about well, firstly about the exercise, how you connected with it, and secondly about how this might be able to move forward in the shaping and the design of the sports and physicality section for Regenerate. It's quite high intensity, so if you need to rest. Obviously you know your body's better than anybody else, and if you can't do the exercise or if it's getting too much of a struggle, obviously stop and make sure that you're all right in it. So we'll have a quick go through this and hopefully see you on Facebook chat afterwards. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to start with a little warm-up, skipping motion, so just on the spot, nice and easy. Imagine you've got the rope and you're just bouncing, stay on your toes, try not to let your heels touch the floor, and just nice easy movements, little bend in the knees and just go for it. So we're going to do 5-minute warm-up and 10-minute exercise. It's going to be movement and activity all the way through. Okay, so 30 seconds is coming up now. So if we're just going to start jogging on the spot, please. So just nice and simple. Don't worry about lifting the knees too high or taking the intensity too much. What I want you to concentrate on through all of these exercises as well is your breathing. It's one of the difficulties with boxing and with any exercise when you first start, to be fair, is trying to get that rhythm of breathing. And what I want you to concentrate on is really trying to find that rhythm, okay? So we're going to go into skipping motion again, but we're going to go wide arm, okay? And we're going to go 3 skips to the middle, and then we're going to twist our hips left and right. So 3, left, right, okay? So left, right, 1, 2, 3, left, right, 1, 2, 3, left, right. Okay, and just keep that rhythm going. Okay, we're coming to the end of this one, so we're going to jog on the spot again, and we're going to punch forward, okay? So nice and simple. Again, don't worry about lifting the knees too high. Don't particularly worry about any of the punching technique that you use today. Just get the motions right and just get the activity right. So nice and simple. Find that rhythm of your breathing to go with the rhythm of your punches. Okay. And we're going to do the same but punching upwards. So again, nice and simple. As you can see in lockdown fashion as well, of home haircuts and homeschooling, we've got a little helper. So if you get bored with what I'm doing, you can just copy what he does, and I'm sure it'll be more fun. Okay, so really reaching up with those punches, and we're going to change in a second, and we're going to start punching out to the side with the jogging, okay? So again, try not to overextend, but you're reaching out with those punches, getting those knees going, and you're following that rhythm of your breathing, following the rhythm of the exercise. Okay, so from this, we're going to go into jumping jacks. So nice and simple, feet out and the arms follow. So try and make that motion with the hands nice and big, down to the hips, all the way over the head, and alternate whichever hand's in front each time as well. The next thing we're going to do is scissors, which is essentially like a jumping jack, but going forwards and backwards. And you're going to use opposite arm to leg. Okay, so imagine you're doing little lunges. Okay, we're going to go into scissors now. So imagine you're doing little lunges and you're just swinging your arms up with them. Okay, it's a really, really small movement. Keep the knees nice and bent. Nice and simple movement. Okay, and you're just alternating. Really get the coordination going with this one. Okay, and from here we're going to go into our fighting stance. We're coming to the end of the warm-up now. And all I want you to concentrate on this, okay, is just that little bounce, okay? So on the toes, nice and easy, and you've got your guard up, and you're just moving that, you're having that little motion, okay? So everything's on the toes, everything's nice and light, everything's easy. Okay, keep guard up. Okay, and we're going to change the other side now. So right leg in front, or if you had your, opposite to whatever you just had. And again, just nice and light on the toes, forwards and backwards. If you notice there as well, the heels change position every time forwards and backwards. And that's to try and bring the hips in. Now in boxing, in all the martial arts, core is where all the power comes from. Core is where your strength is. Like we're coming to the understanding of now. So we're going to really focus on that core today as well. Okay, so we're going to static feet. So I don't want your feet bouncing too much, and we're just going to throw that jab out. Okay, and what I want you to concentrate on is trying to get that hip movement. Okay, so like I say, everything comes from the hip. So I want that back hip to twist out as you're going forward with that jab. Okay, so don't worry about bouncing with both feet. And we're just going to throw that jab and really rotate that hip out. Okay, and we're going to switch the other side. Again, don't worry about the bouncing. It's just about getting that hip movement and that motion. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do is that jab, but we're going to do it with the movement as well. And you can really, really try to get that hip into it then, okay? So on your toes, as we were doing with the bouncing stance. And you're throwing that hip in. Okay, so throw that right hip back around to really open them up, and that'll open your shoulders up and get the reach going as well. Okay, you're on your toes, you're nice and light, everything's nice and easy. And you should start to feel your breath going a little bit now. You should start to find that breathing a little bit harder. So really try and concentrate on finding that rhythm. And switch to the other side and just throw that jab out again. Again, concentrating on those hips, making sure that the movement there throws them open and allows that reach to go out. Okay, good. Coming to the end of this, concentrate on that breathing, and we're going to go down into plank position. So on your elbows, try and keep your bum up a tiny bit, okay, and you're just going to tense yourself out there, okay, so hold yourself nice and straight. Your back, your bum, your legs should all be straight. 90 degrees on the shoulders. And with plank, a nice thing you can do is tense your bum, and when you tense your bum, it brings those lower abs in at the same time. Okay, so back up, back into fighting stance, and we're just going to throw the kick. Okay, so we're going right leg first, left leg in front first, kicking with the right leg, and we're just going to throw it out. Okay, so you're lifting your knee first. Okay, you're driving through your hips with your knee, and then you're just extending at the end of the kick. You're trying to kick with the ball of your foot. And there should be very little movement with the upper body for this, okay? So concentrate on throwing that hip through with the kick, and that'll really start to work the core as well. So swap other leg. We're well over halfway through now, so concentrate on that breathing. Okay, now we're going to throw cross, jab cross, okay, so it's left, right, so left leg in front, you're throwing that jab out and opening the hips, and now this is where that opening of the hips really matters, because when you throw that cross through, that hip, that right hip is going to come through and it's going to straighten everything up, okay? So you can see come up onto the toes of your right foot and you throw in that cross. Concentrate on that breathing. Lots of people, when they punch, the first thing that they want to do is hold their breath. So change to the side. And actually holding your breath is obviously makes it much more difficult to do anything. So concentrate on trying to get a little breath out with every punch, okay? So it's... Okay, so concentrate on those little breaths there and really try and get those breaths out with every punch that you throw. Okay, we're going to do plank step-ups now. So same plank position. And all you're going to do is do left foot, right foot, up, back, and then you're going to tense into plank position for a second. Okay? So up, back, tense. Left, right, back, tense. Left, right, back, tense. Good. And that'll really work those lower abs nicely. Okay, and up you get. We're going to do jab, cross, front kick. Okay, so exactly what we did before. So jab, cross, and then you can really feel that hip coming through then. So with that kick, the same thing happens. Okay, there shouldn't be too much movement with the upper body, and it should all come through that hip, lead with the knee, and get your core really involved with that kick. That's where the power comes from then. Okay, we're going to change to the other side now. So jab, cross, kick, and really focus on those breaths. So okay, what we're going to go into now is jumping jack uppercut. So exactly what we were doing with the jumping jacks. Start off with the feet, and then all you're going to do is throw a little uppercut in with every wide step. Okay, so you're coming back to your guard every time as well. Keep those hands up. And with this, I want you to really concentrate on keeping the lower part of your abs nice and tight. So really concentrate on keeping that core nice and strong as you're throwing the punches and doing the movement. Okay, we're going to go into high knee touches. Now with this, I really want those knees to get high, okay? If you get them above the hip, you start engaging the core with the exercise that you're doing. So really try and get those knees above the hip, okay? As soon as one foot touches the floor, the other comes up, okay? Again, concentrate on that breathing. This is a nice one if you want to get a little bit of breath back. Okay, it's not quite as intense as the other exercises, so really just concentrate on that breath. Okay, we're going to go jab, cross, uppercut, okay? So now, with that, when the right hip comes in with that cross, what you can do is you can really pull the left hip back with that uppercut. You can see the movement there. What I want you to do is really concentrate on getting that hip back with that uppercut movement, okay? And really engaging the core and the abs as you do so. So keep that going, keep those breaths going as well. We've got 3, 2, 1, and change other side. Good. Breathe with every punch. Good. And really whip that hip back with that uppercut. Again, don't worry about the punching technique too much. Just concentrate on those hips and concentrate on getting the motion right with the breathing at the same time. So 2, 1. And we're going to go into squat kicks, okay? So we're just squatting down and kicking right, squat down, kick left. Okay, so nice and low in those squats. And I just want you to be kicking to your own kind of belly button height. That's what you should be aiming for. Again, it's leading with the knee, and then the kick extends at the end. When you come up as well out of that squat, Try and tense your bum a little bit if you can, and that'll push those hips forward and really engage that core. Okay, I'm going to go jab, cross, hook, uppercut now. Okay, so it's a bit of a combination, but what you really can do is get those hips, ignore the mistake I make, you can really get those hips involved in this movement. Okay, so really throw that right hip in that cross, and then you can get real power on that uppercut then when you bring the hip back from the hook as well. So concentrate on your breathing. And switch legs. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Good. Really throw those hips into it, okay? Keep those hips nice and keep your core nice and tense as you go through it, okay? With every breath, with every punch, that core should be tightening up a little bit because you're throwing those hips around. Okay, last couple. Good, keep it going. One more. And we're down into press up plank. So press up position, and we're going to hold that plank. I want everything to be nice and straight, okay? And I want you to really, really tense those bum cheeks, okay? That'll bring your lower abs in, and it'll really, really strengthen that exercise up. Okay, so we're going to hold this till the end. This is the last exercise. We've got about 10 seconds to go now. So really hold it, tense it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Well done.